I have absolutely no idea what the fuck I'm doing. First thing you're going to do, if it's leaking on you, you don't really have to worry about draining the coolant, but drain your coolant. There's a petcock down there. I'll upload an all data picture here, and that'll be how. And then you come after your hoses, and then your water pump belt, and then the water pump. So we're gonna start with these hoses. Get this hose off, out of your way. Get your PCV off and out of your way. Then there's a lower hose below that you gotta get off and out of your way. To get this belt off, all you gotta do is move this tensioner by hand and then roll it off. It's super easy to move by hand. There's our old water pump. There's your bolt. You have 3 long ones that run through it and hold it to the engine block, and then 5 short ones. And then it'll come out. I don't even see a gasket between there and there. It's supposed to be a gasket, so that might be why this thing's leaking. Got the new water pump on there. Now we just got to throw the hoses back on it. We got the belt back on it. Fill it up with coolant and make sure it's good. Currently test driving the car, making sure it doesn't overheat like it did before, because I had already put a radiator in it that was cracked, and it had another leak that was the water pump, which is probably why the radiator cracked in the first place. So we're now driving it, making sure it doesn't overheat, doesn't just magically lose heat, none of that good jazz. And then we'll be taking it back to the customer, and hopefully we'll be good. This thing also has a massive exhaust leak. We're gonna knock this quick little brake job out. Quick and easy money, should be simple. Let's get it done. All right, we got all the tools out, got everything we need, got the car jacked up. I'm gonna start on these brakes. One wheel done, quick and easy, on to the next one. As you can see, this is the side that was grinding. Absolutely nothing. I have absolutely no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Got our new points wired right into the coils. We're gonna try and figure out if the black wires run anywhere down here. If not, we'll probably have to figure out how to rerun those. Did finally figure something out. So I've been operating this whole time under the assumption that this bike was a 1980 CB750. And the manual the guy gave me is for 79 to 82. However, I've looked at the frame number there, and then the number on the engine, which is right there. And both of those tell me that this is not a 1980 CB750, which has a wiring diagram that looks like this. It is a 1970 CB50, which has a wiring diagram that looks like this. So it's technically a lot simpler. Although now that I have the wiring diagram, I know what all is missing. So that's gonna be fun. So, been slowly going through the wiring on this thing. Currently, what we have it down to is we needed a solenoid and a relay so that we can actually wire the starter and everything else up, so that we can give power to everything. But right now, if this wire and the negative is touched, which this is our makeshift negative, it's just 3 wires. We put the positive and the negative on, our starter will start, because this wire runs directly to the starter. So what we need to do is get this wired up to the solenoid, and then the solenoid wired up to this, and then we can provide power to the starter through a switch, supposedly. Assuming our solenoid that we got for 10 bucks on Amazon is good. Only the finest products.
guy I knew at the Mushit was trying to sell a 2007 Ford Explorer. It had 300,000 miles.
Jesus.
He was trying to junk it because the transmission ran out. And then somebody told him it could be a switch.
Mhm.
But then he told me that, oh, they already replaced the transmission once before.
Yeah.
So I said, most likely it's the transmission. So I said, I'll buy it. You know, because he wants to junk it. I'll let you know, instead of you junking it, I'll buy it from you.
Buy it for like junk price.
Yeah, yeah.
Like $300 or something.
Yeah, yeah. And then we can fix the transmission. Or just store it to one of our collection.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, yeah, it's a good idea. I was supposed to be getting a title for that town car soon. So.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I told him, I'll give him your details. Or could send you a picture card. And you can check it out. And if I told him, oh, it could be just a transmission sensor. Or
I mean, I can put my scan tool up and see if it's got a code for it or not. Yeah. If it's got no codes and it doesn't go anywhere, it's probably the transmission itself.
Yeah. Cool, cool.
So we got our relay here wired up. These two pins are always hot. These are our control pins. We have our battery to our battery positive. This wire goes to our starter. And our yellow wire is our ground wire right now. But if we take this black wire, we go to this, our relay works. Yay! So now we get the wire from the relay to the voltage regulator. And then from the voltage regulator out to everything else. That way we're not running 14.5 volts to everything.